Well, good morning. It's, let's see, about almost 20 after 2 in the morning in southern Maryland. It's a Wednesday morning, and I'll be going to work in about an hour and 10 minutes. I was thinking yesterday about how things are and what it means to live in America today, in the United States of America, that is, and that is that we're still the most powerful land, sea, air, space, and cyberspace force in global history, and we pretty much rule the roost and can determine what direction, at least in part anyway, that our fuel sources and raw materials go in. And as far as we are concerned, it's going to come in our direction. The consumer-based society will continue on for the near future, road-bound, automobile-bound, fuel and water prolific, and still moving on ever increasingly towards more consumption. Now that will have to come to an end someday. When it does, then it will come to an end, just like everything else. One of the things that I was thinking about yesterday was the idea of how political rhetoric has to change a little bit, has to be adjusted downward, for the simple reason that we can't tax the wealthy anymore because there are less wealthy than there were a few years ago when our tax base was larger and the economy had not tanked. Now the economy has tanked, although it is in recovery for the top eighth percent, because that percentage, I'm sure, has gotten much smaller. And so the idea of taxing millionaires has to be dumbed down a little bit, has to be estimated down to the $500,000 and then to the $250,000 and then further down until it comes to you and I. So these are the challenges that we face for the future. It's strange when we think of them as challenges. It's like we picked this race to run. And we didn't. We didn't pick it. Somebody else picked it for us, lied to us to make sure that we would be herded into the corral and allowed to feed enclosed. And when you watch cows, how they eat in an enclosed cow yard to come up to market weight sooner, they don't really think that they're enclosed, really. They have tremendous amounts to consume, so they consume them until they can't consume anymore. And if they're allowed to consume for too long, they actually will die there within about 6 months to a year. So it's kind of strange to watch ourselves do the same thing as we consume, and eventually one day we'll be dead in our houses, far away from anyone that can do anything for us. So that's how it goes in the empire as it goes down the other side of the hill. However, we're still on top. We can still make a decision, and the direction can be changed. The question is, how badly do we want it? What are we willing to sacrifice? What are we willing to give up? Am I personally willing to consume less? And that's a decision that we make privately to ourselves. Hopefully we can make it for ourselves for the near future. Otherwise somebody is going to make it for us.